right? So batching work has made a big difference this week.
No, I love that. And I love the concept of reusing the content, right? Because you can, in a lot of instances, you can. Sometimes on platforms, you want to have different messaging and different offers and different approaches, but the same core piece can still be shared to a number of other places. So I like that quite a bit. All right, guys, anybody else have something they want to share from the last week that's been going on? Questions, thought processes? If not, I'm just going to assume it's too early in the morning and all you people are not ready for that kind of a conversation yet. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. All right, cool. All right, so let's dive in a little bit, okay, guys? So today, the main core pieces that we're going to talk about is offers. All right, now if any of you have heard me preach before, you've already heard me say you're spending most of your time on the wrong shit. You are. All right. Pretty much every single marketer out there spends on their own marketing and on their clients' marketing 90% of their time. Okay. 90% of their time trying to make that beautiful funnel, right? Trying to write that perfect story copy, trying to figure out what graphic or what video or what other thing they can do, what social proof they need to make their whole campaign beautiful and perfect. And it's absolutely going to work. They spend about 10 seconds on trying to figure out, what's my offer for it. All right. And we need to reverse that shit. We need to go 90, 10 the other way. Because at the end of the day, you can have shitty copy. You can have a shitty landing page. You could use the most disgusting, shitty 1990s Windows 98 kind of looking text page. And it will outperform every beautiful funnel out there if you have a way better offer that actually connects to your damn audience. Right? So next time when you're looking at your campaigns and you just cannot get the click-through rate going, or you're doing a bunch of posts on social media and there's just nobody engaging with it, and you're looking around for people to give you what's the post template? I've heard the word two-step all over the place, or launch post. Like, why don't you just show me that exact thing so that you can present that same absolutely crappy offer to people that nobody cares about? It doesn't matter how many different containers you find to put into it. It's not going to work. It's not going to move the needle. All right. And so today we're going to talk about, how do you move the needle? How do you create an offer that's actually going to convert? Does that make sense, guys? Drop me one in the chat or thumbs up in the video so that I know you guys are here. You're with me. Yes, yes, yes. Perfect. Cool. Now, these sessions on these Saturdays are supposed to be live Ask Me Anythings. All right. So that means as I go through, I'm going to be doing a very, very, very brief training. This is not a full-blown thing today. I just want to get this so that you guys have all this shit wrapped around your heads. And I want each and every one of you to have your version of your offer ready to rock. Okay. Now, before I start, let's see, who do we got? Let's go Cliff Brooks. I'm going to start picking people. How are we doing, Cliff?
What's up, Cody? How are you?
I'm good, my man. So who do you work with? What's your niche?
Well, I was doing health and fitness, and I've kind of moved out of health and fitness to more like a fitness life, high productivity coaching model now. So I've got the new name of the program is called Limitless, Unlock Your Potential. So I just need to figure out how to wrap it up so it's like a really scary offer, like you were saying, to get people's attention.
So within fitness, who do you work with? Is there a specific subset of people? Is it like high stressed out entrepreneurs, overweight people, middle-aged people? Like, what would be the subset that you work with?
To be completely honest with you, bro, I've worked it the full demographic, everybody. It's just not one particular as an entrepreneur, or if it's if it's like someone who's in business, anyone that I've actually just been working with. Just about every single person. And I haven't niched down and done any marketing towards a specific niche.
Okay. So then if I was just, within your market, you just wanted to sell me fitness and you had about an elevator's ride worth of time to kind of give me an offer, what is it your offer is to me? What do you say to people that you do?
Well, to get them interested in like a 30-second elevator pitch, I just tell them that I help people to feel better, look younger, lose weight, have more sex, and make more money.
So you just healing all of their problems.
Yeah. It's the whole program that I changed everything completely.
All right. So what I do like is that you're getting into some end result things. All right. So what you're doing positive right there, right, is you're getting end results. All right. Then that means you're giving them, like, that's where you're talking about, like, I'm helping you with your sex life. I'm helping you with your energy. I'm helping you with your job. I'm helping you do all this stuff through what I do. right?
Yeah.
Now, what I don't like, right, negative, is that we're too broad. Number one, too broad. There's no specificity. Specificity. I don't know how the hell to spell that word, but we're just going to put that in there, right? No timeline, right? And no customer language. So what we're talking about here, and no risk reversal. And we'll get into some of this stuff in a sec, right? But what I do like is you didn't just come in and say, you know, I work with you for 3 months, we're going to follow this amazing diet and all this other stuff. What a lot of people run into as a mistake, right? Common mistakes here is that they do stuff like talk about the nuts and bolts, right? Talk about what you do, right? Instead of how you do it. Or yeah, no, sorry, what you do instead of why. Why is what we want, right? What we want is the why, not the what. What I mean by that is they want what you're talking about. They want those end results. So when you're saying, you know, better sex life, better energy, better job, better blah, 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 they want all that stuff. The only issue I have with the way that you're presenting it is when you start to do too many at once, kind of like what you're doing, it's like, I'm going to fix all your problems. So it's almost the same as like what I tell people is when you're doing these offers, you have to niche down, right? You can't say, I help business owners generate a shit ton of leads every month, right? Two problems with that. One, what's a business owner? It's everybody in the whole universe. And two, nobody cares about leads. They want to know what their end result thing is.
I got
right?
you.
So
on my Facebook page, I change it up a little bit. That's not as it's a little bit more broad. So it says mentoring busy professionals to unlock their limitless power to reclaim and create their life. Not sure how
here's
that.
what I want you to do, right? That exact right there. So your niche at that subsection is busy, basically professionals. So you could basically decide, are you going to be going after professionals like lawyers and doctors? Are you going to be going after entrepreneurs? Are you helping? And then at that point, you got to decide like, what's their pain points, right? Their pain points are probably overstressed, too much stress chemical. Right? They're approaching burnout, depending on which one they are. Words that they don't want to have, like they don't want to understand, right? And all this stuff leads to stuff like brain fog, therefore underperformance, right? And so all of this stuff affects now their job, it affects their income, it affects their family life, right? And so the more we can hone in, and what I'm always telling people is go to that next layer. All right. So say we choose, you know, entrepreneurs, right? The biggest one here is going to be honestly all of this group of things right here, these pain points, right? And so if what you're doing helps them avoid that, and you know that they're running into, you know, they're running into loss of income, they're running into burnout, they're running into not being able to perform at a high peak, your offer now can revolve around increasing performance, right? Increasing focus, which then of course leads to more income, right? It can be avoiding burnout, right? So these are the things that you could focus on. And this is the next layer. This would be like layer 2. All right. So layer 1 is entrepreneur. This is where we want to get here. And then we want to add a layer of specificity. So look at the people that you've worked with, right? And see, you know, have you improved your income, your family life, your health, your time? Like really figure out. We don't want to be broad. I don't want to say, you know, I help busy professionals fix their lives and, you know, get more energy. That's great. What sounds a million times better is I help busy entrepreneurs, or hey, entrepreneurs, what could you do with a 300% increase in your focus over the next 90 days? Right? Do you see how that starts to actually get people to be like, oh yeah, shit, yes. Because number one, it's no longer vague about how long it's going to take. 90 days, cool. Let's get that shit rocking. Number two, it's a 300% increase in my focus. It's not just saying I'm going to help you increase your focus, right? Because that's just like every other guy on the block. It's I'm going to help you literally triple your focus, 300% increase in your focus, right? Or I'm going to help you like wake up every day with 300% more energy, or I'm going to help you double your income by relieving brain fog, blah, 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 in the next 90 days, right? See how all that stuff kind of works? So I want to help you get back on track. And now that little bit of like right there, hesitation in you, which is like, shit, man, that kind of scares me to have to say that because I don't know what one of those results I can really get. That's why it's called the scary offer, right? And now it's got to be your job to look at what are the results I have achieved, what are the results I've gotten for people that are going to work, because this is not our job to lie. That's not what I'm telling you guys to do. I'm not telling you to make shit up and go throw bullshit numbers at the wall and be full of shit and lie to people. That's not what we do. All right. What I do want you to do is look at what you've actually done, but take it a couple levels deeper. Okay. So what we're doing with this is we got to do, look, there's part of what we do with the scary offer, which is part number 1, and that's customer research. Right? And customer research literally means go to your clients that you've had in the past and see how you help them. Number 1. Number 2, as you're getting new clients, have an onboarding form and make sure they fill that shit out so that they tell you what their goals are, where their levels of what you're trying to fix are right now. And then when you're done with them, get them to fill out a secondary survey so they can tell you the same thing. And when you get those numbers, you can start to really, really, really focus down that offer. All right, Cliff, does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Like the program that I have now, it has 5 different components into it. So I need to figure out how to wrap it all up into one. So the 5 different.
Don't worry about the 5 different components. That's
Okay.
That's the thing. That's what I'm trying to say, right? When you're trying to make an offer where it's like, hey, these are all the shit, this is all the stuff I do. That's not going to work, right? That's when people start to get confused. So
Okay.
even though you might help them like energy, brain fog, sex life, you might even have that as each section of your course, right? That can be part of your sales pitch. What you need is one big scary offer that helps people start a conversation with you. Okay. So like I don't want to dive into the sales part of things today, but when you do a sales pitch, right? When I do sales anyway, what I do is I'll talk to people, I'll figure out what their pain is. And most of the call is all about doctor patient. All right. I'm figuring out what it is your gap is and if I can have a solution. And once I've decided that I can actually help you, I do a really quick presentation where I show you the part of the course and the part of the coaching that fits your problem. I don't show you everything because we have the same problem you do. You have 5 different things. You can show 5 different things and only part of it might be relevant to what they're looking to do. We have a shit ton of courses, a bunch of calls and all this stuff that is going to support every person on as much of the journey as they can, but we really dive into the part that's going to fix their problem. And so you need to find the part that's going to start those conversations, the big result, right? And normally that comes down to health, wealth, relationships, right? And you want to have it be as big as you can get and then scale that back into the conversations. Specificity, risk reversal, customer language.
All right.
That makes sense?
It does. But yeah, I mean, like, that's where I was getting confused at because I do have health, wealth, relationships, mindset, and then also sedation, sobriety in my whole program. So I wasn't sure how to feature it. So because there's different.
So what's like, this is where you gotta figure it out, right? It can't, all of it is too much. It's like trying to talk to everybody and you're not talking to anybody at all, right? That's what always happens. When you try to say it all, you're not saying anything. So what we need to do is go a level deeper. Once a person has solved all those problems that you help them solve, what about their life has become much, much better? Where in those 3 main pillars have they changed? And talk to some of your previous clients and just see. Like, have they leveled up in their life? Have they created better income? Have they created better productivity by solving all those other problems? Right? All of that is a journey to get to somewhere, correct?
Yeah, it is.
Right? So that's what we want you to do. We want you to figure out what's the end of that journey.
Okay.
All right. So does that make sense though, Cliff? Let's circle back. I want you to think on that for a second and we're going to circle back and let's try to build one out. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, come up with a few end results, a few pieces that are the end of that journey. Okay. Okay. All right, guys. So some of you guys have seen this before. All right. These are the pillars basically of a 7-figure business. All right. Traffic, sales systems, offer, organic, paid, framework, role play, sales, automations, all this beautiful stuff. foundational pieces, each step up over the way to get to the point where you're making a shit ton of money. But the pillar of all of it, honestly, this one should be all the way around it, offer. All right, that's the full picture, because this really does reverberate through everything else. Offer affects organic, paid, and sales in a big, big way. Organic and paid in an obvious way, right? Because that's the shit that's going to start all those conversations. But sales also, because when you have clarity in what you're selling, when your sales team has clarity in what it's selling, it becomes a lot easier. All right. When we have an overly complicated offer, it starts to be just you who can actually sell it, because you have to do like what Cliff is saying. I got 5 different pieces of the program, blah, blah, blah. And the salesperson has to understand all 5 of those pieces of the program and have to understand how each individual one of those pieces can affect each individual person that comes to your pipeline. It becomes a lot more difficult for that person to be able to do it. Having clarity and having a scary offer that kind of, they can just point at that and say, that's what we do. That's how they can make a lot of sales. And that's how you're going to be able to remove yourself from the situation and be able to get them to take over and push that momentum forward. Does that make sense, guys? Thumbs up and ones in the chat if that makes sense. Now, customer research. Let's go over that a little bit right here. So what I was talking to you about with Mr. Cliff here is customer research. All right, core number 1 of a lot of marketing, but a lot of this in particular is understanding the language that your customer uses to describe their problems. Okay, now how to get some of that research: create an onboarding form, create a survey, and then leverage that survey to actually get some of these questions answered. All right, how to actually get them to do it: pay for an hour of somebody's time, take someone out to a research lunch. Existing clients, do something cool, like give them an ad credit if you're an agency, give them a free session if you're a trainer, whatever it takes, guys. Bribe the shit out of people to get them to actually give you some of this language, some of these words. If it's a new client, add an onboarding survey. If it's an old client, an offboarding survey. All of this stuff should be a collection of information. Every single GSD student that comes in, we have an onboarding survey, and that onboarding survey automatically adds to a word map for a number of different things so that we can mirror people's language back to them, to the rest of our market, so that we can learn what words it is that people want to learn. Are they offers? Is it fulfillment? Is it sales? Is it a certain income level that they're all trying to achieve based on the average of most of our students' areas? What language do they want us to use in our marketing to attract people? All right. And when you do that, you start to have research, and we have now got Google Sheets and Google Sheets filled with this stuff, filled with post research for ones that have had a lot of comments and a lot of stuff, so that we know all the way around what is actually grabbing people's attention. All right. Most marketing agencies will fall into a very simple trap. All right. Pretty much, I would say 8 out of 10 people that sign up to the GSD, when we first talk to them, the first thing I ask is a question very similar to what I asked Cliff. And they'll give me a pitch that sounds a lot like, I get X companies leads leveraging Facebook, SEO, Google, blah, 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 everything under the sun. All right. I get client opportunities for this business by leveraging Facebook ads and Google ads. And I always stop them right there, because guess what, guys? That sounds great to you. Those are pretty words to you. And we should be proud of the shit that we did, right? A lot of us here have worked our asses off for a long time to get the knowledge that we have. And it's good to be proud of that. Unfortunately, nobody gives a shit on the other side. And that's just life. We need to have the language that they use to be able to actually get their attention and get them to want to start a conversation. All right. If you work with construction people as a marketing agency, all right, they don't want leads. In fact, a lot of those people are going to be grumpy bastards about that shit. They're not going to want you to send them leads. That is something they're going to think is going to be busy work. You're going to send me a bunch of phone numbers that I got to call all day long. No, they want you to tell them you're going to give them jobs. Like, you guarantee those are going to be jobs. It might go through leads, phone appointments, all that crap, but they want the jobs, right? A dentist wants patients in seats. All right. A realtor wants listings or qualified buyers. Okay. An insurance agent wants policies, right? You see how in each different industry, they have different language to describe their problems. And now when we make an offer that actually revolves around the stuff that they said to you, Now it's something that can connect with them. It's something that they can get and actually push forward. All right. And the biggest pain points we want to research are always going to be biggest pain points, biggest desires, what they've already tried. All right. And this is really helpful, guys, because you want to find out, what is it that they kept firing other people for? So let's be honest, guys, there's really, if we're doing it correctly, a lot of time, it's almost not the service that you're giving them that they're going to fire you over. It's the expectations. It's the over promising, under delivering crap that a lot of agencies are out there doing. So if you roll in, right, and you know what they've already done and failed at, and you know why they fired the last people, you can tailor your service and your approach to make sure you don't lose that. So that's a good one to have. Industry lingo, again, what do we want? Roofs, installations, patients, customers, foot traffic, listings, buyers, jobs, policies, whatever it is that they say that they want, and then an industry goal. Different industries have different goals, right? Different industries are going to have different cost per lead, different appointments, different things you have to structure into it. You have to know what's a reasonable thing for them to be able to want, and what's a reasonable thing for you to actually be able to deliver on. Does that make sense, guys? Drop me a 1 in the chat. 1 in the chat. Make sure you people are still awake. Jacob's awake. Chris Hall's awake. There we go. A couple of people are awake. Good, guys. I want to make sure you're not sleeping on me. So once you have all of that, all right, what we want to do is have something that you can scale up. Proven results in multiple markets. This is a productized offer. That's something that you can scale. All right, something that you can level up as you're going along. But the main part here, guys, is I like to follow is the Albert Einstein principle, my man, and that is, if you can't explain it simply, you do not know it well enough. So if you have to take all day to explain what it is you do, you're probably not an expert like you think you are. So we have to figure out a way to simplify this shit and simplify it in a way that actually connects with your end customer. So once you do this, right, it goes from saying something like you tell people you run Facebook ads to get them leads, which sounds great to you, but now you've learned language and a productized service, and that creates a scary offer. What it really is, guys, is a big can't say no promise anchored by end results. So think of the quick little moment I spent with Cliff. All right, end results, layers to this stuff. So what are the layers as a marketing agency, right? Well, I'm driving traffic to a landing page. All right, what's the next layer? All right, well, the traffic ends up being leads. Okay, well, what's the next layer? Well, those leads end up probably being booked appointments. Okay, cool. Now, what's the next layer? Well, that ends up being, patients for my dentist client. Okay, cool. And what do those patients mean to your client? Well, I guess it means more income so that they can grow their practice because they wanted to bring on more dentists. Okay, cool. So what does the next layer do? Well, those extra people are going to allow them to have freedom of time with their family. Right? You see how like every step of the way, all the way from the beginning of what you do, you can keep pushing it back. What is the effect, right? If you think of it as you're throwing a stone in the river and you're watching the waves flow out, it's not just the initial thing that you're doing, it's all of the rest of it that you're affecting around it. And so you might think you're just doing leads and appointments, but in their head, they have plans for their business, for growth, that has plans on their own, life afterwards. And it always ends up back all the way at the end. And the further out you can map it all out, the further out you can push your results and expectations, the stronger your offer is going to be. So yes, Timothy, we're going to do some work on everybody's scary offers here in just a sec. As soon as I'm off this, and then we'll get to that point. The easier to understand the promise, the easier it is to use to fill your calendar. Creates risk reversal. All right, there has to be an element of risk reversal, and guys, if it scares you to make it, then it scares your competition too, which is the point. All right, now you can price this as high as you want. All right, so I've told people inside the GSD all the time, look, here's the thing: if you can figure out how to actually create 10 appointments, right, that are qualified every month, every 30 days. And you can really do that. And you can do that, right? We'll change this. Say, okay, cool. Let's say you can do 10 actual buyers for a realtor every 30 days. Cool. So now you know your price point on that, which means you know your KPIs here, and you know what the cost will be. Well, now you can actually promise 100 every 30 days. Why? Because the point is you can price it at whatever you want. When they hop on the call, that 100 can just be 10 times the price, 10x the cost of the 10 leads. All right. Or if you think there's going to be scaling, or if scaling costs are incurred, then price it at 12x. And when they get on the phone and they balk at that, you can always then downsell them to the original. But this big scary offer saying, I guarantee you 100 qualified buyers every 30 days. And if they say, I just can't afford it once you get on the call, have downsells that you can normally sell into. But this anchor here, right? This anchor here started conversations and got you on the phone with a bunch of potential clients. All right. And you're not lying. You can do that shit because you know your costs and your KPIs, and you scale up the costs and charge what you need to charge to make that shit happen. But now you've started a whole bunch of conversations with people and potential prospects that you can now close and grow your business. Now, the actual formula here, guys, again, big end result using the language of your client. I can't harp on that enough because that's really the core tenet of this whole thing. Everything else is make a big promise with a risk reversal end result. All of that shit, yes. But doing customer research like a real live marketer, right? That's going to be what really moves the needle, okay? Plus a risk reversal equals a winning front-facing scary offer, right? I'm going to look at a few examples right here, and then we're going to do some work together. So anybody who wants to drop your scary offer or whatever version of your offer you have in the chat, and let's work on that together in a second. Some obvious examples here, dentists, right? 25 new patients every 30 days or we give your money back. Real estate, we guarantee a closing or your money back. Contract, tours, we guarantee 10 jobs every month or we work for free, right? A whole bunch of stuff where we're using language, members for gyms, patients for dentists, jobs for contractors, closings for real estate. Specificity, right? 25 of them, 30 days, every month. 10 of them, right? This shit matters. Risk reversal, give you your money back, work with you for free. Just using the word guarantee without even putting this kind of stuff on here works for risk reversals. It doesn't have to be like that. But having this stuff ready to rock and putting this all over everything, once you have it down in the language that makes sense, that's when we're rocking and rolling. All right, guys, that makes sense? Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up and ones. Okay, cool. All right, guys. So let's work on a few of these. Number one, we got Mr. Timothy asked a question first. He said, hey, Cody, I have not niched down and deal with home services contractors. Can you give me input for a scary offer here? Yeah, sure. Where is Mr. Timothy? Come off mute.
Right up here, yes.
All right, sir. So what is your offer right now? Let's talk about it.
At the moment, I'm going for, we guarantee 30 to 50 qualified sales appointments every month.
Sales apps every month. Cool.
So
And this is
physically
for
appointments, not just leads or calls. It's actually physically a booked appointment into their calendar. So I figured that would be more appealing. I have, it is a bit difficult because, like I say, I haven't niched down just yet. I'm looking at seeing where I get more traction at this stage. I have done a couple of posts over the last 2 weeks for specifically contractor groups. And I was hoping I'd get a little bit more feedback. So it looks like my offer might need a bit of work. That's why I'm sticking my hand up.
Yeah, so I like this as a starting point. Now, what's some language that they would use to describe their actual end result? So what's the next level? Next level from appointments. What do they get from that? There's home contractors. So do they call them jobs? Do they call them, what do they call it? What do they describe it as?
Yes, it'll be jobs.
So jobs. All right. What's the next level past that? What do they want more jobs for? On average, are they trying to hire more people, get themselves out of their own way, freedom of time, freedom of money? What's the next level?
It's, from what I can gather, it's expansion. So a lot of them have teams that are currently working, but they'd like to expand that and run 5 teams instead of 2, or business growth. So more jobs, more clients, more teams, the whole, the whole infrastructure.
Okay. And how many on average do you think out of these 30 to 50 turn into jobs from what you're working with so far?
Minimum 20 to 25%.
There you go. So what I want you to do first, right, is start with that. So if we say 25%, that would be 12, right? So 12 jobs, right? So now if we want to say make a bigger offer and we want to say 20 every 30 days, right? Then that just means we got to double whatever your cost is for this. So if you can consistently get 30 to 50, then make a package that's literally 2x that cost, and you can now say 20 every 30 days, right? So what I want you to do first is focus on that. So home, what is it called? Home services.
Home services contractors.
Contractors, right? So let's just stick, they'll understand contractors. Yeah. Or next version 2. Like that's it. You can put something other than this with our stupid simple system or some shit like that. But honestly, just keeping it to that point, now you've got the elements. Risk reversal, specificity. I like every 30 days better than every month. I think it hits harder. I think it punches harder with it. And you're
Sure.
talking about jobs, right? Instead of appointments. Now you could put, okay, this as a subtitle to this. All right, so this can be your main scary offer, and then the subtext can be along with 50 to 100 extra sales calls, extra qualified sales calls every 30 days, or plus an additional 100 sales calls as well, right, as the sub offer. But the main offer would be this or this. I like to pose it in question form sometimes like this. What could your contracting business do with 20 guaranteed extra jobs every 30 days? Because that gets people to think, oh, what could I do with that shit? That's when I can get into expansion, right? Oh, I could expand. I could do this. I could do that. Now, as you're moving this along, start to look at how much of these businesses are converting into expanding businesses. What else you might be able to put into your offer to be able to hit this next level, this level 3 afterwards, right? So that you can eventually scale up your offer even further and start guaranteeing them expanding their business. This stuff can be a long-term offer, right? So something that I'm trying to get people to do now is create like 6 month to a year offers. Okay. So that we get away from being transactional, because some of these are transactional. If you don't hit those 20 that month, you're going to run into an issue. But if you can say, I guarantee this, and it's a 6 month thing, right? Then you can have little mini wins along the way where it's like, okay, month 1, we're building the database, right? Month 2, we're going to start getting the appointments. Month 3, we hit our 20 guaranteed new jobs. Month 12, right? We jump way ahead. Now we're starting to expand and grow the business, right? So if you can build out a roadmap like that and have a really big giant offer over here at the end, then you can have a roadmap where you're hitting mini wins and it's not transactional and you're less likely to get fired by the end of it. Does that make sense?
Well, that does, absolutely. And I like that idea because you automatically almost getting them to commit to a longer period. You're giving yourself a window to perform in the interim, but yet you're giving them more incentive to go with you. So the whole idea makes a lot of sense.
So that's what I'd like to do. Create a long-term roadmap offer based on the scary offer and next level expansion that you've got. But for right now, you've got this one that you can run with, right? And then just start to spin the wheels and get the gears turning on the next level stuff. Fantastic.
Thank you.
No problem, Timothy. Appreciate you, my man. All right. Who else do we got? That was Timothy. Chris Hall, 15 guaranteed buyer appointments every 30 days. Love it. That's good. All right. So let's go here. Clear all drawings. 15 qualified buyer Appointments every 30 days. All right, simple, elegant, easy. It's with real estate. Right now, I would double it and just double your price. That's what I would do. So I think 30 every 30 makes more sense. So 30 every 30 just rolls off the tongue a little bit more, and it's stronger. So 30 and 30 qualified buyers. Now, it depends, because I know you're just getting stuff off the ground, and you're probably a little bit, well, I want to get a couple of these, through and make sure I prove it out first, and that's fine. So I would maybe keep this on your roadmap to do next after you've got these first couple of clients out of the way. But we want to ramp it up, right? 30, literally the same thing, 30 and 30 instead. Okay. Now, the way that you do this is just understand your KPIs, understand your cost, and then double price. Once you know that you can hit this consistently for this, then all it takes is doubling the price, because it's just doubling the amount of stuff.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah. And then I have to work with people who are doing better and like making more as well, right? Because they have to have a higher ad spend.
Oh, don't we all, man? Don't we all? Good to know. But yeah, so you're gonna find out too, man, as you work on this, that meme that you see floating around is very true. The one where it says, $500 client calls you every single day, up your ass all the time, screw you. And then there's the $5,000 or the $50,000 client who never calls you even once, and you either
I've seen that before.
Because it's just because and understand. I always say, like, and some of our team members aren't here, and I say this to them all the time. It's like every now and then we gotta, don't complain about the other person. Take a second and look at it from their actual viewpoint, because in that situation, that's their last money that they're doing, and they're taking a swing of the bat to try and grow their business. And so, yeah, they're going to be annoying because of that. And it's okay that they're like that. And it's up to us to decide if we want to work with different people than that. That's all. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Awesome, Chris. Anything else I can help you with on that? Or does that look good to go?
Well, what you said with, I think it was Timothy before, and then kind of having like a more like long-term guarantee.
Yeah.
I was thinking like, what if
like,
further down the line, once I have, more reference points, more results, if I could guarantee like closings over like 90 days.
Yeah.
Like maybe like 3 to 5 closings. I don't know how many people.
So what we see a lot of for these longer term offer things that I'm talking about is 1 to 2 closings. All right. And so what that is normally 6 months. It's a 6-month offer. Okay. And on the timeline, you're looking at stuff like database reactivation right at the beginning. Right. And then ads bringing in apps, right? And then showing homes, and then closings. This is the worst built timeline that any preschooler's ever drawn, but you get the idea of what I'm trying to say. So like what you're doing here now is cool. Mini win right out the gate, right? And this is like we teach in the retention training, right? We want to have a mini win right out the gate before we even launch ads. That way they're already happy and they're giving you time, right? Here, they're bringing in appointments. They're starting to talk to people, right? Here, they're starting to finally show a bunch of homes to a bunch of the people from the ads that we brought in. And then by the end of it, they get this because they start closing between here and here, right? But this way, instead of every single month we hit and they're like, where's my closing? Where's my 30 appointments? Where's my 45 people, right? Right at the end of month 1, like you'll get in a transactional offer. Here in the long term, you can say, cool, we've had mini win, everyone's happy, mini win, everyone's happy, mini win, everyone's happy. Because each step of the way, they know that they're making progress in the journey that we've promised them. So they can see that progress is being made. They can see and feel the wins along the way instead of being upset about it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Cool. Everyone else on here too. This is a really important part because a lot of what we get into is transactional nonsense, and we get into, month after month disappointment or arguments with clients, even when we're making the progress that we know we should be making. This can be a super powerful tool to be able to do that. Anybody have any questions on this? Anybody have any thoughts on this? If not, thumbs up, one's in the chat.
Yeah, I just have a comment on Chris's offer, but it goes actually for everybody because your customers are going to be intrigued by it. Then they're going to want to know details. So just have the details ready but make sure like the next step is going to be sales, obviously, because once you got like a lead, you have to convert it over the phone. So just make sure you guys have that shit ready, like the details, but I like to ask it more in a question-based format. So what we're going to do is, like, if you guys want to jump into, if whoever's not in our challenge, I just want to kind of give a quick plug. If Ben or Jacob, if you guys can drop the link, we're going to be going over like this offer creation to reiterate it again. And then we're going to go into like sales and how to drive traffic to these things without using ads just yet. Because a lot of you guys may not be ready for ads. And if you are, even better, you can use the organic process that we show into your ad strategy. Because oftentimes, like what we've seen when we're testing, Cody's testing ads every day for us. And our two-step post wins, like a lot of you guys will see it on our Instagram, especially. So the stuff we use for our organic outreach, we're actually using in our ads as well pretty effectively. But keep in mind, the link is in the chat right now if any of you guys want to check it out. But then just keep in mind having the details, like Chris, with your 30 listing appointments or 30 booked appointments for real estate agents, make sure you have the details behind it, because the number one question they're going to have is like, how qualified are they? Are they pre-qualified by a lender or not? What if they don't show up? So you have to have all of that shit ready so you get in front of it, so you're prepared for it. And the way I flip the conversation with the clients, because they want me to guarantee their success, but they won't guarantee me their success back. So if somebody says, what's the guarantee? I flip it on its head really. And I'll say, well, let me just ask you a question. If I brought in, let's say 100 leads and 30 of them book on your calendar, and they've qualified, they've got a halfway decent credit score, they're looking for homes, how many of those would you think you'd be able to convert? So I'm holding the client accountable, because I'm not doing their sales for them. Does that make sense for everybody? The reason I went into that sales mode right there is because oftentimes I see people's offers change, when in reality, we just need to change our sales. I guess I should ask if that makes sense in the chat. Yeah, the 300% guarantee. I'll let Ben describe the 300% guarantee there.
Dang, the 300% guarantee. Way to bring it up, Jacob. I love the 300% guarantee. So it's kind of like when people ask, hey, what's the guarantee? It's like, hey, well, we got a 300% guarantee. And that guarantee is it works 100% of the time for 100% of the people who show up 100% committed. Boom. That simple.
Yeah, that guarantee works like a charm, because number one, I cannot guarantee you a fucking thing that you're going to make any money if you're going to be the one doing the sales. If we're the one controlling sales, that's wildly different, but that's not part of all our offers. So just be careful on that. That's all I wanted to throw out there.
Rahul also has another one that he throws out there too, I think. And a lot of people sales, they say, hey, when you have a guarantee, you're saying, hey, what I can guarantee is that if you continue down the same path, if nothing changes, then nothing changes, and you'll probably be in the same spot. So I can guarantee that too. So it's a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah, that one, I like that one better, actually.
Yeah, I know you do. That's why I brought it up. So I want you to elaborate on that.
Yeah, I go a little deep. But yeah, just whatever the 300% guarantee is good. But I that one's really good if you guys are gonna use it. And then the one I said first is just to flip it on its head with them. Like if they ask you like, do you guarantee a close? Just say, flip it into it, saying like, if I brought you 50 appointments, like how many of those would you think you'd close? And then it takes the conversation off of you and back onto them. Back to offers. Sorry, Cody, I didn't want to arbitrage your call.
Did you go over the challenge at all?
I briefly did. If you want to kind of just elaborate, I just went really fast.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this Tuesday to this Thursday, plus maybe some more. I know most of you guys are already in here rocking out, but we are doing the challenge, and we announced a couple of cool special guests yesterday. We got Mr. Marco coming in to do some objection handling training. The man has made $1 million months consistent and normal, and this is what we want him to show you guys how to do along with ourselves. And then part two, we got Mr. Dennis Yu coming in and doing some branding training on day 2. All right, guys, so we do want to make sure if you are not in here yet, it is only $19.69 right now. And right now, literally only because whenever I decide to eat lunch later today, I'm also going to sit down and raise the price, because that was what was promised. And I want to make sure none of you guys who are right here, and Mr. Ben will drop that out in Facebook land as well on the Facebook post, whoever's watching the live, miss out on this price because you guys are rock stars. You're taking action with me, and I don't want you guys to lose out. There's also, of course, as Mr. Rahul pointed out to me yesterday on my announcement post, myself and him as coaches too. But you guys already know that, and you already know what we're doing. We're going to learn how we've helped over 100 people build a $100,000 business. We're going to learn how to do a bunch of shit with offers, just like what we're doing today, and then how to leverage them and making some actual money. And then we're going to learn sales processes, scripts that we've used at our agency for over 35 million in sales, and that Mr. Marco uses for millions of dollars in sales. And that we're going to give you stuff like scripts right here, post templates, stuff over here like roadmaps and extra documents, but only if you show the hell up and actually participate. So click the link, grab the ticket while it is still cheap, before it goes up later today, and hop in. The private group is open. All right. The private group is open. It opened the other day, and we're already in there dropping bombs and connecting with one another. So I just want to make sure you guys have that ready to rock. Out in Facebook land, it is in the comments. Here in the Zoom, it is in the Zoom. Now, let's get back to offers, ladies and gentlemen. So who is next that put something in here? Jacob did. What did he say? Where did it go? 6 figures. Oh, here we go. All
Hey,
right.
Cody, I think Will had his hand raised earlier. I'm not sure if he's there. Right now, there's a hiding behind the camera, but
Mr. Will, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Hey, how are you guys?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good myself, thanks. Oh yeah, okay, cool. So like I don't even know what this place is. I actually we're looking at like a video with Matt Ryder, and I wanted to learn how to generate my own leads because right now I'm doing a lot of cold calling and cold emails. So I thought watching the video, the interview that Raul did with Matt Ryder kind of drew me here, and then I'd definitely like to get some more information and maybe get critiqued on my script that I have.
Cool. Yeah,
That
dude.
was a lot.
100%.
We'll
Okay.
just drop the offer that you're selling right now in the
Yeah,
chat.
we'll go over offer today, my man. And then, like, if you're looking for help on learning how to do it with lead generation and how to do it with your scripting and all that kind of stuff, I would say join that challenge that we just put down there, because we're going to go deep on that for 3 straight days this week. That's going to be where we absolutely crush that shit out. Do you
Nice.
have us on? Do you have me and Rahul as friends on Facebook?
I
You
joined.
must- you
I
must,
joined. I joined the group. I joined the group, the 7-figure group.
Cool. Yeah. So yeah, click that link. It's in the chat thing, and then potentially we can have Ben or Jacob here reach out to you afterwards and make sure that you're in. Everything's all good on that. But I see that you
Sounds
did put your offer in here. I think, right? Work with people to get them better quality health insurance for themselves and their business. So do you do health insurance, or what do you do, and what's your offer to people?
Well, I run my own health insurance business, and when I cold call, what I say is, well, you know how a lot of people are looking for new ways to save on the cost of their health insurance? Well, we work with people to get them better quality health insurance for themselves and also their business.
Okay. So what does better quality mean?
Better quality meaning a larger network, which is in our industry we call it a PPO network.
Okay, so that means larger network. What does a larger network actually let you achieve?
A larger network allows you to visit specialists. So if someone were to get life-threatening cancer or needed to be seen by a major specialist, they're able to go to that.
Okay. And does it give you a cheaper option to see better care? Is it more affordable better care, or is it just better care at the same price?
No, it's more affordable because 96% of doctors and hospitals are in the PPO network. So it helps the client stretch their dollars a lot further.
Cool. Right. So now you're going from your scary offer that I see you wrote in here is just saying, hey, I get you better quality health insurance. That doesn't mean shit, right? Does that make sense? That doesn't connect anybody, right? But this down here connects with people. So what do they want? They want better care for a cheaper price. So that to me, like, this is, and so now you just got to see, cool, what is the actual, like, how much cheaper? I like to use more affordable, just FYI. Like, using the word cheap in your marketing makes it sound exactly that, cheap and flimsy and crappy. More affordable is a better terminology. So let's just remove the word cheap.
Yeah, I like that because like the only time I use cheap is when like I'm selling someone and I know they don't have the income. So I was like, all right, it seems like we do have cheaper packages. Kind of scare them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, cheaper is no good. More affordable is always better. What is the actual level of care that they're getting? That they get better, right?
Mhm.
So now we're doing what I do with the other guys. Next level, next level, next level. So if you don't know this, figure it out, right? This is where you go into your research and figure it out. You've got probably all kinds of docs. Like, is it that your doctors are like 2 or 3 levels of specialist above what other people get? Is it more affordable by like 20% or whatever, right?
Right.
Now you can say, you know, I help, or fuck, I hate that, entrepreneurs, whatever.
Real quick, Cody, like on this for Will, like, I mean, you're probably going to have a couple different types of buyers that are coming through your door. There's going to be people who are uninsured or insured. Those are the 2 options, obviously. But then underneath that, you're going to have like single people, married people, old people, let's say, right? So it could be age, or it could be where they are in the lifespan. So which area are you focused on?
18 to 65. So
Okay, so
they
it's
can
pretty
keep the
big.
Mhm.
Okay. Like an 18-year-old probably won't care so much about insurance. They want cheap out the box. Like they probably just say, just give me whatever the minimum shit is. Because if I break my arm, I probably won't even see the doctor anyways until it hurts too much, right?
Right.
So then you go into the people who whatever you like, as long as you know who your buyer is, because the 18-year-old doesn't give a fuck. You can always anchor it high and just say, hey, you're 18, man. I mean, if I had a son and he was paying for his own insurance, this is what I would recommend. That then you just give them the cheaper option and say, well, now that they commit to it, then you can say, well, now that you've committed to this one, let me just present to you one level up so you know what your available options are. So you can kind of upgrade them right after commitment if you need to. When you get to older people, then it's going to be a matter of like they need like more options because health is going to be an extreme concern over the next 10 years. And they don't want to put their family in jeopardy that they're going to be not capable or incapacitated, that they can't survive and even properly prepare a will or a goodbye, right? So you kind of are going to be using like emotion and death, and me personally at least. But that's more of in the sales process. So that's where I would bring language out because the former CEO of Realtor.com used to be an insurance agent, and every time he would do it in-person sales, he would look at the family photo and then look at the parents and say, like, what are Johnny and Janie going to think when their mommy and daddy didn't want to get insurance just to make sure they're protected? And then people would be just emotionally distraught and like end up like buying him. But it was a very power play that when people were going to say no.
Thank you.
Yeah. So if any of that helped, this is more on the sales side, obviously, but the sales side, I think, helps when you're going into the language of the offer just to get the door open. Because then while you're cold calling, you can use some of this language based on the age range of who they are. But then when you're writing shit on your Facebook page or personal profile, you can make it very specific to that demographic. So if you're 18 to 25, we know that you guys are wild and reckless. We have some plans that will at least keep you safe if you break your arm.
Yes.
All right, Will, you see this up here?
Yeah, I'm copying it down.
Cool. Use this as a starting point and just follow the process and keep layering it down. But we're going to get the specificity in here, right? These are numbers I'm making up. So you figure out how much actually more affordable it is. But yeah, top specialist, 30%. Like, and you could even put a timeline in here where it says like instantly, because there's not really a next 90 days thing or anything like that. Like I just do it now, right? So just use this as
I can't really guarantee the policy because it's medically underwritten. So like if they're unhealthy, have cancer or any major medical conditions, disqualified. So it's more of like
and you might have to, because you're working in the medical kind of shit, you might have to take the word guaranteed out and figure out a different way to do it.
100%.
And just go from there.
Thank you.
Because I know you got that kind of shit that you have to deal with. So cool. All right, my man. You got that down?
Got it down. Thank you very much.
No problem at all. Appreciate you. Go through a few more. Go 3 more. Jacobs was on here. Let's go with Jacobs first. So we got, oops. Here we go. Coaches, we will show you how to add 6 figures to your bottom line or your money back. Love it. What's your timeline on that offer, Jacob?
So this is the part that I'm here for today, because that's actually my guarantee in my 30-minute consulting call. Like in a free consulting call, I guarantee adding 6 figures to anybody's bottom line. And then from there, I'm looking at scaling the guarantee up, because there's 3 levels of paid consulting.
Mm-hmm.
Right? From free, they go to a $500 90-minute, $3,500 1 month, $9,000 3 month.
So so when we look at it like this, right?
Yeah.
Results. Right? If we look at it like this, where is this? What's this? This is your base camp a lot of the time. And then this right here is going to be the big promise. So if you're saying like this first thing here that you do is like way down here, right? And this is what you're doing for this scary offer here. What's the next couple that they get? Like what would this next thing here be? What's the big promise for that one?
So first call, 1,000 true fans. They understand that they can add 6 figures. First paid call, we map out a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Second paid call, like the 1 month thing, we design it. We like blueprint out that map. And then over 90 days, we turn it into actions, actually get it done.
Okay, so at
That's
the
how I'm
end
looking at
at the end of all of that though, what's the normal result? What's the normal thing that they're trying to do?
They should have their systems up in place such that their lead magnets are out there, their client acquisition's running, their onboarding is working. And what I'm looking at, honestly, since I started working with you guys, is onboarding them into a similar agency snapshot. Be like, here's everything you need.
Mm-hmm.
I ripped all the value-based content out of you and have placed it.
So
And if you don't have me place it,
what's the next level? So like what I'm hearing you say is a fully done for you business almost, or done with you.
Yep.
So what's the business? What's the end result? That's all the nuts and bolts. What's the end result that they're getting?
Got it. Okay. So yeah, the thing that they end up with is reliable income with clients that are a good fit, and they have the consistency there as well. Right? If they're a group person, then their group is full. If they're a one-on-one person, then their calendar's full.
Okay. So stability and clients they like, and a full sales calendar.
Yeah.
Right. So what does that look like? Like you're saying 6 figures down here. Is this just the full complete 6 figures? Is that what it is?
Round 1, yeah. My goal is to then keep them with me and help them scale, right? Obviously, if they're
honestly, I like
one.
this. Like I'll show you how to do it in 30 minutes. Like that's a good scary offer, and then that kind of feeds into this anyway.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So like honestly, I would stick with this. I added the in just 30 minutes because you said that to me, and I love that. So just put that in there. But I would stick right with this and just understand that you can downsell them to the base camp, you can downsell them to the beginning, but this big offer, that's the one that we want. And these words that you use though, keep those in your language. Because look, we've got people inside the GSD, like they've changed completely because they want to work with clients that they actually enjoy talking to, right? Full sales calendar, stability. You hear me talking all the time, get off the roller coaster, get off the roller coaster. That's what we're doing there, right? And fully built for you. That's perfect too. So you could also make another one of these offers, right?
Okay.
Where it says, coaches, we build a 6-figure extension to your business. Right? And now you're kind of hinting to them that we're going to show you how to build this in just that 30-minute call. Right?
Yeah.
And so that's a second variation of what you've got there that you could use to start conversations and then sell them into the process that you've got down here.
Got it. Okay,
Make sense?
completely. Thank you.
Cool, my man. Appreciate you, Jacob.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna do two more. Where we go? We got. All right, I'll go back to Cliff because we started with Cliff. I want to go to his. So let's go to his real quick. And we got right here. Imagine you're all right. So we've put some use to it. Good. Imagine your life after a 7 times increase in your communication, productivity, and health in only 90 days. It's good. It's getting there. Grant Cardone put this shit in his stuff because it makes sense. 10x just rolls off the tongue a little bit.
Yeah, I was reading some marketing book that when you use an even number, most people don't believe it as much. But if you use an odd number, they tend to believe it more. So that's why I put 7.
Okay, let's go with 7.
I don't know if I can get them a 10x increase in 90 days.
If you can get them a 7x, you can get them a 10x. That's the thing. You just got to scale it up, help them do a little bit more, spend a little bit more time, a little bit more of their hours on it, right? So it's just about having confidence in it.
All right.
Extra productivity.
I get them a 20x increase.
Right. Let's play around with some stuff like that. I want to focus in. You'll notice that I've taken out this part. I know you keep wanting to add in all this other stuff, but I really think you should focus on one level of it and see which one people really resonate with, right? We're doing productivity right now for this one, and test out some of the other ones. That's fine, but use one at a time for now and just see which one people really resonate with, because when you find that thing, everything else is going to become something that helps them get across the line. But when you find that thing, you're going to have a shit ton of conversation started. You're really going to be able to bring that across the line. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Perfect, my man. You got this? Before I take it off the screen?
No, it's actually my computer's running slow. So it's still being typed up on my screen for some reason.
Oh shit. Okay. Jacob or Ben, do you got Cliff in the messenger? Can either of you screenshot this and send it over to him? Jacob's shaking his head. Yes. Jacob will get it for you.
Yeah, I got you.
Perfect. Okay, what else we get? I see one from Jackson. All right. Jackson. You got this, Jacob? I'm going to lead it now, yeah? You good? Cool.
Yo. What's up, Cody?
Hola, my man. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty well.
All right, good. All right, so look at this. We've got a good start to this already. What is a hardscaping? Is it like landscaping, or what is that?
Yeah, it's like patios, pavers, even like retaining walls. It's just like landscaping, but with blocks and stuff.
Beautiful. Now, this is what they describe their pain points to you as. They want jobs.
Yeah, jobs would be ideal.
Cool. All right, so let's take
a lot of these guys get leads from like Home Advisor, Angie's List, and they don't like paying for leads, more qualified work.
Okay. All right, so then we're going to start with a couple of things. Number one, do you know your KPIs really well?
Yeah, closing rate's about 30%. Typical job is about $7,000.
Okay, so then are you comfortable doubling this? or increasing it to 20 or 25? Do you know your numbers well enough to actually be able to hit those if they give you the correct amount of ad spend, the correct amount of funding to be able to rock that shit out?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Cool. Let's make it bigger then. See, I don't think you're scared enough of guaranteeing 15, so we got to make it better, okay? All right. What is this? Hardscaping jobs. What would you call it? Like landscapers, I guess?
Yeah, I call them landscapers, landscaping business.
So what is hardscaping a term that they use? That's a word that they've used to describe it?
So landscaping, that is, like maintenance, lawn care, tree services, residential and commercial, snow removal that falls under landscaping. So when I say hardscaping, it's more of the construction, the patios, gazebos, backyards, pavers. So
I love it. I want to use this as a I want to use this as a teaching moment for the rest of you guys too. Okay. So this is what I'm talking about when I'm saying go to the next level up, right? So he could have stopped at jobs and been like, yeah, they describe it as jobs. I want to get that going, right? But what he did was he knows his industry and his target market well enough to go one level deeper. Okay. And that allows us to have better language, right? Because this is obviously a better type of job that they're going to want even more than just a normal landscaping job, right? So when I'm describing to you guys, do your customer research, do the shit that gets this stuff going on, make sure that this is what you're hearing me say. This is where we go from stuff like leads is layer 1, right? Appointments is layer 2. Then we get to layer 3 where it's, patients, listings, buyers, jobs. Now we get all the way to layer 4 when we're getting into hardscaping jobs because that's a better quality job. All right, so that I like quite a bit. So good job on that, Jackson. What I want to do now, right, is we're going to word this in a couple of different ways. So I guarantee landscapers an additional 30 hardscaping jobs every 30 days, right? That's part 1. Or what could your landscaping business do 30 more hardscaping jobs next 30 days? And or alternatively, could you additional right? Now, on top of this, the risk reversal, what we can do is we can change this out. We can say, I'll do it until I work for free. We can say, we'll do it or your money back. But I want to take this part here, right? So what we've done with this, we've changed every month to be more specific every 30 days. I think that just sounds better, right? We've taken the 15, which is okay, and we've doubled it because he knows his KPIs. So it's a bigger, stronger offer. All right. And then we've created 2 formations of it. 1, which is just a straight offer. 2 is the question offer. Like, what could you do if this does it? Or I guarantee this. This one tends to sometimes work better because it gets people to think, like, what could I do? What is that next level thing that I could do if I made that shit rock out? Jackson, you still with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Robot.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
All right, good. I'm just making sure you're not turning into a Decepticon and you're going to kill us all. So that's good. All right, dude. So do you see what I did to this so far? Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Cool. All right. Are you joining us on the challenge this week, my man?
I am. Yep, I'll be there.
Beautiful. Cool. We're gonna really take this and we're gonna put it to work on that challenge, okay? This is really gonna be a core piece to it. Now, the one thing, do you hear? Grab this real quick. Tell me when you got it. I'm gonna clear it.
Yeah, you're good to go.
Good. Cool. So then just keep in mind a couple of things. 1, the timeline offer that we talked about today. All right. So as you've got your offer that you've got right now, I want you to think one level deeper. All right, what's a longer term, like 6-month kind of offer that you can put into place for them, right? Is that a growth in revenue? Is it a growth in business? Is it expansion? Just think of whatever the next level is, right? Because then you can do what we talked about here. For you, it fits in perfectly as well. A lot of these guys are going to have a database that you can reactivate. Then you can launch ads, right? Get apps. Then they can start coming into the jobs. Start landing jobs. And then it's, what is this, right? What is this right here? Beyond the jobs and beyond that, what is it that they're trying to do? Are they trying to double their revenue? Are they trying to, create growth, expand, whatever that goal is? Because when you can do that, like I said, we get away from the transactional shit that gets us fired a lot, right? Which means, shit, man, you didn't hit your 30 guaranteed jobs this month. What the hell are you doing, right? If you get away from that headache, and
all right, can y'all hear me?
It's going to be good.
Oh, good. All right, good. Finally got some sound.
Hey, what's up, Brandon? How you doing?
Good.
What was going on? You have a question?
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. So what, I'm sorry about that, because I didn't have any sound because my phone was acting up. So I'm using my laptop.
Oh, good, my man. How you doing? Have you missed the whole thing? Have you just been watching me move my mouth with no sound all day? Is that what's been going on?
Yep, trying to get some sound.
All right. As you go back and rewatch it on Facebook, I promise there's sound, because I feel like if there hasn't been sound, then everyone else here has just been shaking their head at me for no reason all day.
Yep.
And that would be weird. So I think you'll be good. Cool, man. All right, Jackson, you still there?
Yeah. Here, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Might have a robot speak on.
No, all good. So I just want to make sure you got that, and then implement what I was talking about on the other side as well, which is results, right? Time. So what we have right now for your scary offer is what we'll call your base camp right here, right? This 6-month thing that I want you to start thinking of is this up here, right? You can see how it starts to increase up here. You get that big end result. That's where the timeline comes into place. This is where we can get away from the transactional. This is where we can start to have a longer term client relationship when we build this stuff out properly. Does that make sense?
Yeah, perfect.
Cool, man. Any questions on any of that?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Cool, man. Awesome. Appreciate you, my man. I look forward to seeing you on the call on Wednesday. All right, team. I don't think there's anything else unless Brandon, my man, I know you've just come to the land of audio. So if you have any questions that you want to ask before we hop off, let me know.
All right, so yeah, so what did I miss?
Offer training, a lot of it, all kinds of stuff. Go back through. What we did was we went over the scary offer. We went over a few people's offers here at the end to make them all better. And make them the scary offer using what we went over in the beginning, and we kind of massaged that stuff out so that people got shit to rock and roll with.
So,
What do you do? Who do you service, my man? Do you have a niche?
No.
Cool. What do you do?
No.
We lost Brandon again. Hello.
Yeah, sorry. I'm breaking up. Yeah, my
Oh.
internet is unstable.
All good, my man. How about this? Go back and rewatch the training that we did today, and then if you got questions and stuff, drop it down in the chat. Are you hopping in the challenge this week with us?
Yes.
Beautiful, my man. So go watch this, what we did today. Create something really good, and on the challenge, we'll massage that shit out and we'll make it rock for you. Okay.
Okay. So how do I? Oh, I go on Facebook and watch it.
Yeah, you're in our free group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's streamed in there right now. The replay is going to be in there right now.
Okay, thank you.
No problem, my man. All right, so last thing to say, everybody, one more time. If you have not gotten a ticket to the challenge, the price is going to go up today, whenever I feel like it, because that's how this shit works. So later today, I'm probably going to increase the price, like I said I would. If you have not gotten a ticket yet, this is your chance to do it at the price of $19. And this is probably your last chance to do it. Literally going to eat some breakfast, probably going up. We got Marco Cortese coming in. We got Dennis Yu. We got me. We got Rahul. And we have a game-changing slate of awesomeness ready to help you do what? Get shit done, guys. That's all we ever want to do is just get shit done and improve our businesses. If you have questions on it, go ahead and ask, but ask quickly, either on Facebook or in the Zoom, because you might wait too long and I might increase the price anyway. So grab a ticket. It's in the chat. I know my man Ben or my man Jacob has dropped the link in the Facebook by now. I will circle back around. I will check it out. Other than that, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. And I believe we have this on the calendar for every Saturday now. So if you want more help, come back next week. We'll see you guys on the challenge. Bye, everyone.
Well.